Hello friends, this is a review of the AAWireless Android Auto dongle. As the name suggests, this is a wireless Android Auto adapter by a company called AAWireless. It is arguably the most popular wireless Android Auto adapter. I will explain how it works later in the video. I purchased this dongle for $65 from Amazon. For those who live in the 254, you can ship items from Amazon and other US stores using Kentex Cargo or Savosto. After placing the order, it took Savosto about 10 business days to deliver it to Kenya, so it arrived in mid-August. But I digress. Although the name may suggest that this dongle has been designed specifically for Android Auto, it actually supports Apple CarPlay as well. However, I personally haven't tested it with CarPlay. Notably, CarPlay support is still in beta stage. As I mentioned earlier, I've been using this dongle for about a month now. So the original packaging, of course, does not exist. But out of the box, we have 3 items. The dongle itself, which measures 2 inches by 2 inches by about 0.47 of an inch. That's the thickness. It has a USB-C port, an LED indicator, and a reset button, okay, of course, which a reset hole. We also have a 1 foot long USB-A to USB-C cable, and of course the user manual, which nobody reads. This AAWireless dongle is powered by the ARM Cortex A7 quad-core processor, which is clocked at 1.3 gigahertz. That's quite some power for this tiny box. In terms of connectivity, of course, we have the USB-C port. We have Bluetooth 4.2 for pairing with the smartphones, and we have Wi-Fi 5. Now, this dongle will connect to your phone through 2.4 gigahertz or the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi band. In regard to power supply, this dongle will draw between 0.8 amperes to 1 amperes from your car's USB port. Now, finally, in terms of compatibility, definitely this box will work with all cars that support wired Android Auto. In regard to the minimum Android requirements, you will need to have Android 9 and above on your smartphone. That means the dongle is compatible with most recent Android smartphones. So, having said all that, how does this dongle actually work? Using a supporting app called AAWireless that is available on the Play Store, the dongle will first pair with your phone via Bluetooth. Thereafter, it will switch to a Wi-Fi connection for faster data transfer. Basically, the dongle acts as a bridge, tricking the car or car radio into thinking that the phone is physically connected, thereby allowing Android Auto to run wirelessly on the infotainment system. There are advantages and disadvantages of using wireless Android Auto dongles such as this one. Let's start with the advantages. The first advantage is, of course, the reduced wear and tear of your phone's USB port, since you don't have to physically connect your phone every time you want to use Android Auto. The second advantage is the reduced cable clutter in your car. Once this dongle is connected, it can be tucked away out of sight. The third advantage is the automatic hassle-free Android Auto connection every time you switch on your car. One of the biggest disadvantages of such dongles is interference by cell towers. This interference often exhibits itself as audio stutter. In my use, I have noted that the default 5 GHz Wi-Fi connection is more susceptible to interference than the 2.4 GHz connection. However, your mileage may vary. Interference sometimes manifests as random disconnection and reconnection of the dongle. In my month of use, disconnection only happened once while I was using the 5 GHz band while driving as a couple of cell towers. Another disadvantage of using this dongle is that your phone will drastically lose charge while connected to this dongle wirelessly. And if you happen to try and charge your phone while using the dongle, your phone will heat up significantly. So guys, let's head to the car, and there I will demonstrate how to connect it to our Sony XAV5500 head unit and how to get it running. The installation process will be pretty much the same with other brands of head units and infotainment systems. Let's start by downloading the AAWireless app from the Android Play Store. Open the app and carefully follow the instructions to prepare your phone for the wireless Android Auto connection. At this stage, we need to plug in the dongle first before we proceed with the setup. The USB port of my head unit is located on the back of the unit. Therefore, I have to use an extension cable in order to connect anything to the head unit. Since the USB-A to USB-C cable that comes with the dongle is very short, I will have to resort to using a longer cable for the purposes of demonstration. Before we plug in the dongle, I will have to turn the ignition to accessory mode so that the head unit can provide power to the dongle. Now let's go back to our app to proceed with the pairing process. As you can see, the app failed to find the dongle, so we'll have to go to Bluetooth settings to manually pair the dongle. After successful Bluetooth pairing, the Android Auto interface will appear on the head unit. I will now show you the options and settings available in the app. As you can see, the input lag is just similar to that of using a wired connection. Let's do a boot up test and see how long it takes for the Android Auto interface to appear on the stereo after switching on the car radio. The boot to Android Auto interface took about 27 seconds. As you all saw, the initial pairing process using the official app is not the smoothest. It is likely that you will have to manually pair the dongle in the Bluetooth settings. This has also been highlighted by other reviewers. However, once paired with the phone, subsequent connections between the two is flawless. So, having used the AAWireless dongle for over a month now, would I buy it again? Yes, I definitely would. In my opinion, the convenience of wireless Android Auto far outweighs the inherent shortcomings of the wireless connection. However, at the time of recording of this video, the manufacturer has already announced the release of AAWireless 2 at CES 2024 in Las Vegas. The second generation of the AAWireless dongle is mostly a hardware revamp with two key features in place, i.e. a much smaller footprint and a physical button. The release of the second generation dongle will most likely result in a price drop of the existing dongle. Therefore, it is prudent to wait for release of AAWireless 2 before investing in a wireless Android Auto dongle. Thank you guys for watching this video. Your support will be highly appreciated. Cheers!